What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And CP let me down. Carlos Prates, let me tell you about this kid. Fucking fumbled to finish. I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. Carlos Prates versus Garry. This fight took place. It was a pretty good fight, to be honest. It was kind of mid, actually. Prates, generational fumble, bro. Because he so did not deserve to win this fight. Like, he was getting tuned up for, like, the first 3 rounds. And he starts to get on him in the 4th. He landed. I guarantee you he rocked him in the end of the 4th. That's why Garry started, like, backing up a bunch. And then in the 5th, he put it on him and was just drilling his fucking skull into the ground with ground and pound. And still, just refused to fucking get a finish. Like, I'm not kidding, 10 more fucking unanswered shots and that fight gets stopped. Like, if Prates either just lets him up fully to the feet and puts it on him, either on the feet or just sticks to him on the ground and then punches him there, he gets a finish. But no, he found this weird middle ground of, like, not throwing ground and pounds, but also not separating on the feet, and fumbled generational. Thought he was going to use all of the Fighting Nerds' remaining plot armor points to secure the comeback win there, but it was not to be. It is what it is, man. I wanted Prates to win. I wanted good things in the sport, you know, Garry. I'm gonna be the backup for fucking Bilal Muhammad versus Jack Della Maddalena, and I'm gonna be a future champion. Come on out here, sell all over, and it starts fucking speaking Portuguese. Like, bro, shut up. You're not Brazilian. I represent the Brazilian people. You're not fucking Brazilian. Shut up. I'm struggling to make my voice this high pitched. You're not Brazilian. Fuck Garry, dude, bro. This dude pisses me off. But yeah, the fight wise, I don't know. There's not much to say. Like, the first 3 rounds was pretty much just Garry kind of kicking and punching Prates at range and being too quick for him. I thought Prates would be able to catch him. If it went 5 rounds, it was always going to be Garry. But, like, to be fair, Prates, it's one of those fights where, like, everyone was like, it's either Prates round 1 or 2 KO or Garry decision. And it was like, Garry tuned him up the first 3 rounds and then lost the last 2. I'm just going to say, don't tell me I'm coping. This is not my scorecard. My scorecard is 48-47, right? But do not tell me it's unreasonable to give the 5th round a 10-8 when one man is crawling up and crawling away and, like, scurrying away from their opponent on their knees to try and avoid punishment. It is not a ridiculous statement to say that that is a 10-8 round. It is what it is, though. There's no way Prates won the fight. It was a draw at best. 48-47 Garry is appropriate, I would say. But again, they've given 10-8s for less. Prates did more damage in that round and was closer to finishing the fight than Chimaev was in round 1 to finishing Kamaru Usman. Just saying. Pretty sure they gave Usman a 10-8 in the 2nd, I believe, against Colby in the rematch for dropping him twice. Yes, he dropped him twice, but, like, he was not, like, he did not have Colby, like, out on his feet, dead, about to be finished. Like, I'm not kidding. Prates lands 5 more shots. That fight is a justifiable stoppage. It wouldn't have been a justifiable stoppage at any point during that time. But if Prates hadn't fucking fumbled and, like, led him kind of up to his knees and then stuck to him instead of punching him, or just separate, like, 4, 5, 6 more shots, if he starts landing some good elbows, cuts him open again, that is a justifiable stoppage. But he fumbled. It is what it is. Garry looked better, though, the whole fight, pretty much. Like, it was Garry's fight to lose after the first 3 rounds, and he almost did. He almost lost it. You're not the backup, little bro. You're not getting the next title shot. I mean, he is the backup. That's what Dana said, apparently. You ain't getting a fucking title shot, buddy. That's not happening. Fight Sean. He can fight. Garry versus Sean Brady can happen next. Even though Brady arguably deserves a title shot, we got Buckley versus Usman. We got JDM versus Bilal coming up. I don't want to do Garry versus Leon Edwards just because that would be dead as hell. I want Garry to lose a fight, so I'm very confident Brady would just ragdoll him. So, yeah, let's do Brady versus Garry. Winner gets a title shot. If Buckley beats Usman, I mean, he can also get a title shot. It just kind of depends. We can have 2 winners. You make Garry versus Brady. So Garry will do his backup shit. Make Garry versus Brady happen in, like, September or whatever. August, September, October, sometime there, as like a fight night main event in Philadelphia or something like that. That'd be cool. And then, yeah, you can do Usman. Well, because Buckley, if he beats Usman, will deserve a title shot straight away. So, because Shavkat's going to get the next one, even though he shouldn't. He should have to fight again. What will probably happen, I do think, is either Garry versus Brady or Garry versus Leon. But anyway, good win, I guess, for Garry. I just don't like him. There's going to be people, fucking Bedtime and Kenny and Joey and Rigo are going to be supporting and, like, celebrating this. I'm like, I get you got your pick right. Why would you ever be celebrating Ian Garry beating Carlos Prates? Like, this is just not fun for the sport. Like, Gary's already lost to Shavkat. He's not that fun of a fighter. We really, like, we could have had something good here. We could have had Prates win and we just have this fun, exciting fighter at the top of the sport. But we get Ian Garry. It is what it is. He's talented. He's annoying. I feel like it's just a cheat code in MMA to just be a little shit and just be a cunt and be annoying as fucking insufferable and you win. Like, when's the last time you've seen someone come along, shit talk everyone, be insufferable and then lose? Like, you've had guys that have started to lose later on, but on the rise, they always win and get to just continue being insufferable, right? And Ian Garry's figured that out, so yeah. Good job, I guess. You get your win. Fuck off. Boring ass. No, I was so mad on stream. Like, I'm not unreasonably, like, coping though. Like, Prates, I was hoping for a moment though. Like, obviously I wanted Prates to win, but I was like, if he loses, I at least need him to have a moment. I need him to have a moment where he, like, hurts Garry bad, or he's close to a finish, or the ref does something to mess him up. Like, I need something to be able to be like, hey, look, he almost won. His striking, he just was not aggressive enough. He didn't throw enough output. It was very frustrating to watch. But it is what it is. Garry gets the W. Fair enough. Anyway, let's move on to the co-main event. Co-main event, you know, we had a Anthony Smith fetal position masterclass. Anthony Smith via fetal position. No, look, if you watched on stream, you would know I had some money riding on this one. I had multiple parlays that had Zhang Mingyang by KO as the last leg. So yeah, I basically, on stream, everyone was like, oh, you need to stop fucking gambling, bro, you're an addict, you know, you're not winning, right? Hey, and I hedge betted $3 on Anthony Smith by submission just in case he fluked it. But no, Mingyang Zhang should have always won this fight. He did win this fight. He just brutalized Smith. Smith can't take damage. He has no potent offense at all. And unless you're Vitor Petrino and shoot into a guillotine, or you're just awful like Ryan Spann, you do not lose to this guy. So yeah, anyone with power is going to beat you. Anyone with, like, athleticism is going to win. Jiang looked solid. He was getting kind of tagged earlier. I think I was over-exaggerating how, like, anything he was doing wrong, because I was like, bro, how are you fucking not immediately sleeping this guy? But he got it done in the first, as predicted. So yeah, good win for Jiang. They gave Smith they gave him the pretty retirement promo. I'm happy he's retired. Don't need to see any more Smith beatings. I mean, it's fun at times, but at some point, it just gets sad, you know? Like, we could have seen this dude fight, like, fucking Ibo Aslan or some shit next. He probably beats Ibo Aslan, let's be real. But no, Anthony Smith, you know, gets the pity retirement promo. It is what it is on paper. On paper, he would have won, I'm telling you. But anyway, let's move on to the next fight. It is disappointing, and I'm upset that we will now have to call David Onama a UFC ranked featherweight, because he will now be number 12, or maybe a few spots lower, but he will be ranked in the UFC rankings. And that is disappointing to me. That is upsetting. That is disgraceful, quite frankly. But yeah, David Onama's ranked, I guess. I picked him to win, so like I thought it would happen. But like midway through the fight, like Giga won the first, and I'm just thinking like, hang on, I kind of don't really get the vibe that, like, Onama's going to win. Because, like, there's no way, surely Onama doesn't become ranked. But he does. He grappled a bunch in the second. He won the second easily through grappling. Made it as difficult as possible for himself in the third. Eventually grapples and gets it done. So, yeah, good win for David Onama, I guess. Not too much going on. It was kind of a dead patch in the card. Before that, this was the 2-fight dead patch. Was fucking Michel Pereira. I'm so pissed at myself. Because if you watched my picks video, I said, I was thinking of picking Abbas, because I'm like, everyone's going to pick Pereira, I'll pick a little sneaky Abbas underdog or whatever. But then I was like, oh, other people are picking it, I guess I'll just go Pereira then. I had the vibe, my vibe was Abbas winning, I got to stick with my vibe, it is what it is. I went 10-4 on picks, so not too bad. What did I get wrong? I got Prates wrong, I got Michel Pereira wrong, I got John Castaneda wrong, and I got Roberto Romero. So pretty much every fight I got wrong was like close to even money. Like Prates was a slight dog, Castaneda was a dog. Not many underdogs won on this card either. Abbas won as the dog, and Timmy Kwamba was not even like an underdog. So there was like one, Abbas was like the one underdog to win here. But, yeah, I mean, good win I guess for Abbas. He looked shit. In the third I was just like, it was 30-27 on the cards. Michel Pereira somehow managed to gas himself out after not throwing any punches. Like, I'm not kidding, he threw no punches in the first round. and he was gassed at the end of it. It was sensational stuff. It was truly baffling how you can have that level of just atrocious cardio. But yeah, third round, he was like hurting out. Abbas was gassed as fuck as well. Abbas as well. We now had David Onama and Abbas Magomedov are both now ranked in their respective divisions. Middleweight is atrocious that in the UFC rankings, Abbas Magomedov is now ranked. All good though. But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Abbas wins. Third round, both of them, like, Pineda was hurting Abbas to the body. Abbas was hurting Pineda to the head. And I was like, cunt, shoot a fuck, like, not shoot. I'm like, throw body shots, you're hurting this dude to the body. Doesn't do it, refuses to fight smart. Anyway, let's move on. Next fight, this was sick. Randy Brown, Nicholas Dalby, one of the best KOs of the year, probably second behind Rufy and Bobby Green. This was some fucking Holloway Gaethje fight. And yeah, Randy Brown was looking really nice early. He was real bad man maxing. He broke Dalby's nose across, like, with a straight punch right across his face. Broke his nose. Was looking nasty. Brown tags and puts him. Dalby tags and puts him down. I don't know who they gave the first. It was pretty close. Dalby had moments late. Second round, Brown's coming out. Dalby's doing his little huffing and puffing, weird breathing techniques thing, and just like maraud maxing Randy Brown. Tags Brown again. Brown tags him, and then they just go fuck it. Holloway Gaethje mode, just swing, and both of them were rocking each other, both tagging each other, and then Randy Brown lands the shot on the button. Not quite a flat line, but as close as you can get. Puts Dalby pretty much face down. He got back up like 2 seconds later. But yeah, like KO, clean finish, no early stoppage, obviously. And yeah, great win for Randy Brown. They get fight of the night bonus. I wouldn't have minded seeing him get... Bro, UFC, you're a fucking multi-billion-dollar company. Can you do more than just 2 performances and a fight of the night? Like, you could have done an extra performance. Like, you gave Max Holloway a fight of the night and a performance bonus. The fight of the night for Gaethje Holloway was, like, the fight was good, yeah, but, like, there was pretty much just a pity fucking, here you go, have a bonus Gaethje for getting flatlined. This actually had more moments the other way. Like, Dalby had more moments in this fight than fucking Gaethje did against Max, to be honest. But yeah, it was a sick fight. I wouldn't have minded seeing a 4th bonus. Like, you could have done... So, Wellmaker got a bonus. Zhang Mingyang got a performance bonus for beating a fucking old man. Could have given Ikram a bonus, and then you could have given Randy Brown a bonus, and then you could have done fight of the night, Brown Dalby. 4 performance bonuses and a fight of the night cannot be that straining on your fucking bank account. Like, seriously. Who else could have gotten a bonus? Timmy Kawamba fucking flying knee Roberto Romero. That could have gotten a bonus. That was early, though, to be fair. Anyway, let's move on. Next fight. Sick fight, though. Sick KO. Ikram Alaskarov beat Muniz as expected. Ikram, I swear to God, this dude's not good. Like, he isn't actually good, but he just kind of wins via marauding with punching combinations. He looks mid as fuck throwing strikes. Like, he doesn't actually look talented throwing punches, but it is what it is. He gets the win. Good win for Abbas. Before that, we had Matt Schnell, Jimmy Flick. Now, if you watched my picks video, I had Matt Schnell as a lock, and everyone's like, what are you doing? And then I kind of thought about it. I was like, yeah, hang on, Matt Schnell is awful. So I took him off as a lock. So the lock swept. The locks went 4 from 4. Would have been 5 from 5 if I'd stuck with it, but it would have not looked like a lock. That looked as little as a lock as could possibly be. But he gets it done in the end. These two had about 19 submission attempts on each other. This was a Dustin Poirier fucking fight with the amount of guillotines they were failing. Schnell's fight IQ was terrible, but he manages to just scrape a win. Before that, Jiang, Evan Elder, whole lot of nothing. I really was not paying attention during this fight. During this fight, we were discussing the intricacies of which woman would you rather between Madison Beer and Sydney Sweeney. Those were the discussions we were having in chat. So I really didn't catch a lot of this fight, but Evan Elder, I think, just did more every round than won. It was fun. It was fun at moments, though. Before that, Castaneda and Gutierrez. This was very annoying. It was close. I thought I was going to get saved with a fucking arguable robbery split decision, and it was a split. Gutierrez clearly won the first. He dropped Castaneda, was looking good with the low kicks. Castaneda won the third pretty clearly. I was really hoping they would fucking rob him in the second. And one judge did, because the second was not that one-sided, but Gutierrez was just doing the cleaner work. So it's a clear win for Gutierrez, 29-28, but I was really hoping Sal D'Amato was going to come and clutch with a robbery. Anyway, before that, we had Blackshear, Alatengheili. Now, this pissed me off. Like, I've been a Damon Blackshear supporter. I fuck with Damon Blackshear, alright? This man was doing his absolute best fucking effort to make this fight as difficult as possible. I swear this man had money on himself by decision. He's like, if I take him down, he'll give up a sub. I don't want to have to risk him giving up a submission. Man did not shoot a single takedown. Like, he clearly beat Alatengheili 30-27, 29-28, right? Clearly won. But fucking hell, you could have just grappled, my guy. Like, where was the takedowns? This dude runs over everyone on the ground. He get a fucking twister over Jose Johnson, subbing Cody Gibson easily, like, running over Cody Stamen. Like, this dude beats people up on the ground, subs them, and he just refuses to shoot a takedown. So, brilliant stuff. Anyway, before that, what was the fight before that? I believe it was Malcolm Wellmaker, Cameron Simon. Yeah, Wellmaker's cool. I like this guy. We got a YN in the bantamweight division, you know, not too many melanated folks at bantamweight, you know. We got Peyton Talbot, who's a fucking homosexual light skin, like half black, you know, mixed. We got the Talbot, but with the real exciting YN bantamweight prospect is here. This is a real representative of the African American community, you know. Malcolm Wellmaker, sick KO, kills Cameron Simon. MMA guru in shambles. Simon, you're not Dricker's little bro. You have to actually defend yourself. Anyway, next fight, let's move on. Amorim versus Biana, the goon fight of the card. You know, this is the Chase Hooper maxing fight of the card. Amorim won comfortably. I picked her to win by submission. She gets it done by submission. Before that, we had Roberto Romero, Timmy Kawamba. This was just like I picked Roberto Romero because I'm picking Onama to beat Giga. And if I pick Kawamba to beat Romero, and Romero looks shit against Timmy Kawamba, that Onama pick is going to be really dicey. And as soon as he lost this fight by TKO, I'm like, I can't change my pick now, but Jesus Christ, I'm not confident in picking Onama against Giga, because he got tuned up on the feet pretty much, and flying knee finished. So, yeah, Kawamba won pretty much all the moments of this fight. And starting off the card, a round 1 KO in the women's bantamweight division. TKO more like, but still. TKO at women's bantamweight in the first is nuts. Why have these random, like, NPC WMMA opening fights of the card actually been cooking recently? I had a fucking parlay with this shit to not go to go decision, and I'm like, that's the lock of the fucking century. It was like minus 500 in a parlay. And Jocelyn Edwards just decides she wants to fucking develop punching power. So, crazy stuff. Anyway, that'll do it, guys. As I said, 10-4 on picks. That's about 71% on the prediction rate. The locks went 4 from 4. They were I should have stuck with my guns and picked Abbas. I picked Castaneda by close decision as an underdog. It was close. He could have got it if he threw a bit more in the second. It is what it is. And Prates obviously fumbled. So, if things go well, Prates gets that 5th round finish and doesn't fumble, I stick with my guns and pick Abbas, and Castaneda throws 10 more strikes in the second and wins on output. I could have gone 13-1. Obviously, with the picks I actually gave, I could have gone 12-2. Obviously, Kawamba was fair play. I just thought Romero was better than he was, and then Abbas, I did pick Pereira. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, let's move on. Yes, that's it, guys. Prates, he'll be back, trust. CP will be back in our lives soon. Anyway, goodbye.